Welcome back to the show. Today, I'm going to give you 5 tips that'll help you become a better film photographer. This video might be quick, and these tips might be easy, but they will last you a lifetime.
All right, story time.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I'm your host, David Adam Beasel, and today we're going to be talking about 5 rules to help you become better at shooting film, at exposing film, at creating more enjoyable and interesting, exciting, just better photos, hopefully. We're just going to get into the nitty-gritty right away here. Tip number 1, the Sunny 16 rule. Now, there's other videos out there where they'll go a little bit more in depth. The Sunny 16 rule states that if it's sunny outside and you set your f-stop to 16, all you have to do is match your shutter speed as close to your ISO as you can, which means if you're shooting Ektar 100, my favorite color film, then you would shoot at 1/25 of a second. If you're shooting a 200 speed film, you would go to 1/250th. If you're shooting 400, 1/500th. If you're shooting 800, 1/1000th. And if for some reason you're shooting like slide film or something like that, why are you shooting slide film in the barren sun? That's not really what it's made for. But there might be a situation where you need to use an ISO of 25 because you're shooting expired film. In that case, that would put you at a 30th of a second, and you're not really going to want to shoot that handheld, and it might not be enough to stop the motion that you're trying to capture. All you would need to do is slide everything over once to get yourself to a 60th of a second, and then you would also change your f-stop to 11. The reason the Sunny 16 rule is important is because it's going to be your basis for learning how light is affecting film. In the situation that it's overcast, you would match your ISO, but you would drop your f-stop all the way down to 5.6. If it's completely overcast, then you would shoot at f4. Any points in between there where there's shade, you're going to use the Sunny 16 rule to judge what you want to be shooting your settings at in that situation. Generally speaking, you're probably going to use the light meter that's inside your camera or something else because you are a talented individual and you are putting in the work and the time to make your photos come out right. But like I said, maybe you left that stuff at home, maybe the battery died. This is going to make sure that you can still go out and shoot the photos that you want to on your walk or on your road trip or whatever it might be. Tip number 2, walk around, bike around. Go down alleyways. If you're just driving around looking for stuff to shoot, you're already moving too fast. You're missing things that are going to be interesting and that are going to stand out. I don't condone rollerblading or longboarding. Just don't do it. No. A lot of the photos that I've taken that I've enjoyed the most, I found because I'll walk home from work or I'll just drive to a part of town and go walking around there. You would be amazed as to how many really cool compositions you can find in alleyways. It's just a better way to find subjects, to look for things. I guess unless you're a street photographer, but even then, if you're a street photographer, you're not going to be a very good one when you're in your car. Pick a spot in town, or if you're on vacation somewhere, pick a spot in that area, and then just walk around. Maybe do some laps. Maybe do like a little grid pattern. You're going to find more interesting things that way, and honestly, you're probably just going to enjoy the day a lot more because you're out walking. It's nice. Enjoy it. It's a good day. Tip number 3, show people something that they can't see every day. This piggybacks a little bit with rule number 2, walking through alleyways and stuff like that like I do. People don't really go into alleyways. I guarantee you that people who've seen my photography in town here in Bozeman, they've probably never walked down the alleyways that I've walked down, or as many alleyways as I've walked down, and things that I've found. I found cars, I found really cool homes. Even walking one day, I found this really cool little mitten sitting on a tree branch that somebody had put there. I don't know, it was cool. It's not the greatest photo in the world. It's not gonna bring me any sort of acclaim, but it's something that I had to capture because I was there and I saw it. Get low. If somebody's walking around, they're not going to look at a car while laying on the ground, which I've done many, many times. This is one of the lessons that I learned when I was getting into filming skateboarding and making skate videos and stuff like that. You need to give the viewer something that they can't see every day. And that might be isolating something. That might be taking a tree and you're in the middle of this hustle and bustle town, but you found a way to make that tree sit out in the middle of nowhere. In the photo that I'm specifically talking about right now, I shot it on some expired film. So it gave it a really cool mood. I have a friend that works downtown. He manages one of the businesses down there. And one day I just asked him, hey, do you have access to the roof? And he let me go up there and I got some really amazing photos. And yet again, it's a view of a town that somebody might be in their entire life, but you're showing them something from that place that they can't see, that they've never seen before. And it might evoke some sort of feeling or emotion that, I don't know, makes you feel good about what you're doing with your photography and the artistic direction that you're going. Ask permission. I've asked people during the Butte Folk Festival if I can go into the kitchen and shoot some photos. If somebody says no, it's fine. Okay, well, thanks. You gotta ask. Show them the place that they are in a new way that they would have never seen it before. If you're just walking around and you're on the sidewalk and you see something and you take a picture standing eye level, somebody can walk by and see that same thing, and I feel like when they see your photography, they're just gonna go, oh yeah, I've seen that before, that's nothing new to me. Isolate things. Get low. Get high. When you get a composition that's from an elevation that's different than the one that they might be walking around in, that does it, yeah, you know what I mean. Tip number 4, this piggybacks on the last 2. Slow down. You're not out there rattling off shutters like the digital folks are. You might be walking around with one roll of film and you have 24 chances to make a picture that you're going to be stoked on, that might keep you going for the next couple of months. Something that you might post on social media that will evoke a real reaction to people. That'll make people want to comment and, let you know that you're doing a good job. But slow down, and I mean that in every sense. Just like tip 2, slow down. Don't go driving, go walk around. Ride your bike, sure, but maybe park your bike somewhere and then walk around. And then once you get to a location where you say, I want to shoot a photo here, walk around a little bit. Don't just walk up to a car and go, okay, this is the shot, and shoot a photo and then go on your way. Walk up, walk around, look at different angles. Take your time. This is an enjoyable experience to go out and shoot film photography. Why would you want to be in a hurry? Go on a hike and spend a couple hours up there looking for different views, waiting for the clouds to block the sun in a way. Maybe you find a location and you say, oh, this is really great, these buildings, I love the way they look, but the lighting isn't quite right. I'm going to come back here in an hour when the sun is creating more shadows, or maybe it's throwing hard lines. And slow down in the context of go back to the same place and shoot another photo. I was walking through an alley this summer and I found this old Saab and I shot a photo of it. And I shot the photo and it came out great, but it just wasn't quite right. So I went back when there was better lighting and I got an even better photo. And then I went back again and I shot it in color because it's a really beautiful car and I wanted to revisit it. I like doing that. I like going back to the same places, and that's all a part of just slowing down. My buddy Fletcher gave me a great tip too when it comes to slowing down. And when he shoots photos, he even tries to slow down his breathing. He'll shoot the photo on an exhale, just like a hunter would. And you don't want to just yank on it and just that. You have one chance. If you're moving when you're shooting that photo at a 60th of a second, it might come out blurry and you'll see your exposures and you won't really be happy with them. But if you slow down and just squeeze slowly, you'll probably end up with better photos that way. Tip number 5, stop following digital picture takers on Instagram. I think Instagram is the most common way for people to keep up with people posting images that they like and that they're inspired by. Those digital people are doing a different thing than what you're doing. They're looking at it in a different way. They're capturing information that they're going to go home and edit later. You might be doing some digital editing too, but it's not the same kind that they're going to be doing. I highly suggest that you follow people who are shooting film because they're going to give you the most reasonable expectation for what your photography could possibly be. And the digital folks, they might be shooting one of their friends at a location that's beautiful and sunny, but then they go, I don't like the background. I'm going to put a different mountain range in there. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what you and I are getting into. I highly suggest you follow my very talented friend Fletcher Item on Instagram. His handle is right here. He's a really great photographer. He's doing really awesome work up there. Give him a follow. There's a guy named Sterling Lewis out of Brooklyn. His work is really, really great. Give him a follow. Totally worth your time. It'll help you stay motivated. There's a guy named David Nardi. He shoots large format landscape stuff. I don't shoot large format, but I do a lot of landscape photography, so he's helping keep me inspired. There's a guy, Ronnie Collin, out of Texas. He's got a really, really sick Instagram account. I love his work. Lots of black and white, lots of cars, really, really cool stuff. If there's any film photographers that you really like on Instagram, let me know. Leave a comment on the video. Tell me who they are. You're probably one of them. Let me know. I'd love to come look at your work. There's a guy, Logan Thomas Anderson. He's Welsh. He doesn't even really have that many followers on Instagram, but from the photography that I've seen of his, he's really good. He's doing really great work. Patrick Cleland is a guy from Sydney, Australia. He does really great stuff, and he's got a really sick Instagram handle, so check him out. Brendan Devlin does some really awesome black and white landscape photography. His photography evokes a very interesting mood. I'm trying to give you a diverse group of people to follow here so that you can kind of expand your horizons of what photography can even be. One of my friends in town here, Flock, he's just getting into film photography. So it's really cool to see somebody just starting to learn, follow them. There's this Russian dude who I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. If you follow film photographers and avoid looking at digital picture takers, you're going to see what you can really do with the medium. Give me a follow on Instagram. And please, hopefully this video helps you in your journey as you go along in film photography. Please follow my page. It's really going to help me out. I'm trying to build something here. Give the video a like, leave a comment. All that sort of stuff is great. It'll help the reach of my videos and help me along this way. I want to do this. I want to keep doing this stuff, and it's gonna be really fun. So come along for the journey. I hope the video helped you out a bunch. And yeah, till next time, have fun shooting out there. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, David Adam Beazle, and today I'm gonna let my dog go over there and drink water. God, he's loud. Serenity now! Serenity now! 100 speed film, you're gonna shoot at 500. If you have 800 speed, I do condone that, but I don't condone that. I don't know. Maybe you have a pocket light meter and you accidentally left it somewhere, or maybe you are really cool and you left your cell phone at home, so you don't have the light meter that you downloaded onto your phone.